Hey tubers, me again. Yeah, I know, it's been a while. I might get into that while we're checking on this steel BG56. So it came in, I don't know, probably about 4 days ago. I did the triage on it. It just reeks of gas. It was coming out the front. Went to prime it. It's just like, it's a very classic thing that happens to these particular hand blowers. So I gave it a few pulls. There's gas puddling up down here. There was a little bit of bucking when I was right there. It's got a lot of resistance. It was bucking. So I stopped right then and there. That was 4 days ago. Ordered up a new carburetor because I think you've seen videos from me before. It says that they tend to hydrolock all the time. When the carburetor goes bad, they hydrolock. And so here is super wet. We don't need that. Ordered up the new carburetor kit. It's got a new carburetor. Boom. We're going to put all this stuff on there. Got a fuel filter, new spark plug, and a new air filter. So we got everything we need to give this thing a tune-up. So just to verify, I'm going to take in, let's see, if I flip that upside down, we got to clear this thing out because it's going to start from a flooded position. Watch down here. That's all the gas that was down inside the crankcase. That's where that came from. So, yeah, we know what we got to do. It's the carburetor that caused that problem. Just going to get all this stuff off. This is how you would do it if you had that same symptoms. You can pull that cover off. Now I need an 8mm socket to go right there. Yeah. And then on a lot of, steels, you need a super thin wall to get in there. They use that 8mm on a ton of different machines. Some of them are easy. This one looks pretty easy. But I just keep this one in where I keep all my specialty wrenches. So I'm just going to take that nut off. Get the other one. What if I put a headlight on my head, if that would illuminate a little bit better? Should probably try that sometime. Okay, we got to release the pressure off the fuel lines. Here we go. We have all new gaskets, so we don't care about these. These are coming off. That's trash. That's trash. Oh, we got to undo this handle to get that, throttle linkage out of there. 1, 2, 3. Pull it straight out like this, and then it gets a little twist. It can really only go back in one way. So now we're gonna get a screwdriver, pop off this fuel line. Come on, baby. There's one. The second one is in the back. Let's see if we can get this all the way off. And here it is right there. If you don't open up that cap, you're going to get pressure under there. Come on. There we go. And it's going to start peeing all over the place. Okay. There goes that one. Here's the old gasket. Just because we got the new ones, we might as well, right, guys? Just remember how when you take it off, it's got the 2 pulse lines. It doesn't matter either way. Whoops. Just getting off the last little bit of a cold here. Hope everybody's doing good. About 10 days before Christmas. I was not in great shape. I had some swelling in my legs. Doctor told me it was edema. Hadn't been to the doctor in like 30 years. He says, like, yeah, the morning that I went in, I had a friend drive me, right? And I couldn't even make it up to the emergency room entrance. Like, I was in like really bad shape. I had to rest 2 times. Heart was all fluttering and stuff. Next thing you know, it's, I don't know, 5 days later, 6 days later, when they finally let me go. I'm going to be taking meds for a long, long time. Luckily, I had a lot of really good friends. Not like, what do you call them? Not Facebook friends, real friends. And so they took care of my dog Jax, took care of me. So I was down for about a month, had a lot of customers, so they're like, oh, no, we're going to wait. We're just going to wait for you, Matt. Or Zombie. So I had plenty to do when I got home, which was really nice. It was actually very nice. Okay, so there's the new carburetor. That's on. Let's take him. There's another gasket. It goes right here. That one that I ripped on the way out. We'll put that on there. Here comes the old cover plate right here. We get that on there. There's 2 8mm bolts. You know what? Sometimes you can just reach in there with your fingers. I find it a little bit, I don't know. But if you can, sometimes just get them started. Just line them up inside your socket and just start spinning and put them on gently. You can get them started. It looks like I caught that one. Yep. Got another one. Sometimes you get lucky. Not usually like when you're making a video though. Just start spinning. Hopefully catch a thread. Boom. There goes that. That. Okay. You do want to make sure that it's picking up fuel, but I don't really want to prime it too much. There, it's got fuel. I don't know if, can you see inside the bulb there? Yeah, a little bit. It is picking up fuel, but I don't really want to prime it too much because it's already starting from a super flooded condition. So while we got this off, we can throw in a new spark plug. And there we go. Okay, that's a 5/8 on the socket, which happens to be the same size as, because these the spark arrestor will clog up. You can see how wet this is, but oops, they've already taken that spark arrestor off, so we know that that's not slowing it down any. Put that back on. That was done by the owner or somebody else that serviced it in the past, not by us. We would never do something like that. Okay, there's that. There's that. We got new air filter. Put the cover on it. So we've taken care of the problem that was causing all the flooding, you guys, right? We got the new carburetor on there. It is flooded, so it's going to take a minute. Whoops. That doesn't look right. There we go. That looks right. A little pre-filter on there. That looks right. Got this one that goes over to the right-hand side. Not all of them have that. And this has just got like a little quarter-turn lock. So, like this, like this. We've got the... Oh, we've got to close that cap. We got the throttle. It's all back onto where it needs to be. Put this shut-off switch where it needs to be. Get this out of the way. So, hope everybody's doing all right out there. Yeah, it was kind of crappy. I mean, I'm glad I'm doing well now, but man, when you got your sons coming to you, and it's like, this could be the end. Like, yeah, you never know. So it was rough on them too. Anyways, so I got all that. I don't know why it's just easier to put that on after we get this cover on there. So yeah, the symptom is like, it just stinks of gas. And the more you pull on it, the worse it gets. It won't start because it's just way too flooded. And yeah, I just could have sat there and made a video about pulling the carburetor apart, and it's going to be the, what do you call it? The metering diaphragm. But at the prices of, of all the stuff that you get, and I'll show you what else was in that package. So get this out of the way. What was in that package for on the tune-up kit? It was ridiculous. They sent me. Well, I'll show you right now. Here's everything that was in there. So the fuel line for the, you know how steel has always got at least one special fuel line. There's that. That'll just go into the repertoire because it doesn't need it right now. They sent me the jug gasket, like as if you was going to take and replace the piston. Here is another gasket. That's the one that goes for the isolator plate. And then there's two seals, you know, for the crankcase. Now, it's nice to have all of those, but if you're a DIY fixer guy that's gonna go to all of that and like build it back up, I mean, you can do the whole thing, carburetor, piston, cylinder, all of that. And if you're not fussy and you don't want or need OEM, you can do it, I don't know, 75, maybe $80. So then it's totally worth it. But if you got to pay your wrencher guy $100 or whatever they're going to charge you, then nah, maybe not so much. Okay, I need to find that. There it is. We got this. I'll pull that up. All right, where did I put? Here it is. Off of the old, in with the new. Drop it back in there. Yeah, to get that thing off, you're just going to take it when it's sitting in the tank, you guys. You just take and push it, and it just gets it out of the way. You can put it back on, or you can leave it off. I personally don't care, so I'm going to leave it off. All right, put this on. I'm just gonna reset it. We did no editing, no nothing on any of that. We are, whatever, 15, 16 minutes into this. I'm gonna go set it up outside, and you'll see me when I go to try to start it. Okay, guys, and then this was another reason I just decided to go with the new carb. Is like that old hot restart and choke did not work, but now when you squeeze the trigger, it'll take that choke off. I don't want to use it on this one because it's flooded. So we're just going to take and hold the throttle wide open and just give it a ton of pulls to, because there's a lot of fluid in there. We got most of it out, but let's see if we can't just get it started. I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 pulls. Whoop. Gotta get that lined up. There we go. Locked on. Whoop. Then you get this lined up. I don't know if it'll need. There we go. If it needs a carburetor adjustment or just the idle setup. Now we got that new carburetor primed up. Pretty good. Ready to go home. That's 2 down today. And that other one was an Echo. Needed an ignition coil. So 1, 2. Hey guys, thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one. That's it. I'm done. I'm out.